Hey everyone, so I'm just going to make a real short video here in response to those who keep putting out these comments, whether it's on my Facebook page, my Twitter page, or in the comment section of my YouTube videos. I'm just going to help clear the air for a lot of you out there because you really do seem to be very much confused and confounded, and I get why that's the case. You're given political talking points from your political overlords, and rather than actually think critically about what they're saying, you're just repeating and regurgitating those talking points because you've been taught to fear standing on principle, right? Everything that you were taught to stand for now is just getting rid of the other guy. Like, and I've seen this, doesn't matter which side of the political aisle, folks. I've seen when it's, the Harper conservatives were in power, everyone's saying, oh, we gotta vote in. It wasn't that they wanted Justin Trudeau, but we had to get rid of Harper, right? I mean, actually, some Canadians, I suppose, the pot smokers, when he was talking about legalizing marijuana, the naive young people that actually thought legalization meant you get some freedom, they're learning now just how wrong they were in their judgment regarding that particular file, right? I mean, there's more laws in the book now that it's supposedly legalized than there ever was when it was criminalized. I mean, that is basically the historic precedent in modern elections now. It's always about voting to get rid of the other guy. It's never about standing on principle. But that's, like I said in many past videos, voting for the lesser of evil just means that you're always and forever going to be stuck with evil. I mean, sure, the level of evil, right? So if you chose to vote for the lesser of evil in last elections, let's say the evil was at this level. Well, this election, if you vote for that lesser of evil, it seemed like, oh, well, they were going to be down here, right? Then you find out after the election, oh shit, actually they were even more evil, so now the evil actually got increased even more. Next election, you're going to suggest, oh, we got to get rid of the Trudeau Liberals, so we got to vote in what, Scheer now? Oh, because he's perceived as the lesser of evil, so we're thinking, well, at least the evil will be down here as opposed to up here where the Trudeau Liberals are. You'll find out once again, Scheer will step up the plate and increase the evil. So once again, it's all constantly and forever an escalation of evil, or voting merely to get rid of the other guy. No wonder this country continues to falter, both socially and economically. Look at the problems we're seeing out there today, and there's absolutely no need or genuine reason for it, folks. Living in the modern information age and with all the things that we have at our disposal, we should be living in very, very prosperous times, and people should be much more happy and well adjusted. But that's not the case because, like I said, even though we have lots of things to surround ourselves with or to dull our senses with, the people no longer feel that there's genuine meaning or happiness in their life. And why that is because I think most people instinctively recognize that they're economically and socially enslaved. So they're always pivoting to a new master, right? That will at least loosen the shackles. The problem is, if you keep pleading to your political masters, the ones that have always kept the shackles on you, if you just keep pleading for them, like I say, whether they're from the right or the left, and saying, can you just please loosen my shackles? Well, at best, the best thing you can hope for is that one of them may someday loosen the shackles, but you're still going to be chained and shackled. Now, myself, I refuse to be shackled. That's why I don't vote for any of the establishment parties. I've only done a couple votes in my entire life, and they were both provincially. I don't choose to vote in federal elections, and the reason for that is well, first of all, I don't choose to pick the lesser of evils, and I literally don't choose to have some political authority or master. But I recognize my Canadian counterparts, they do, which is why I spend way more time making videos such as this to help educate and inform them rather than going out and checking a box every few years and thinking, hey, I've done something, I've accomplished something. No. To truly affect your society or your culture in a positive manner requires a lot more than just running out and checking a box every few years. It requires a lot of hard work and effort and a lot of leading by example. And when I seen Maxime Bernier separate from the Conservative Party because they were unwilling to stand on any kind of principle whatsoever, I recognized early on that this is a man that's someone that I'm going to want to support. Not because I think politics is the means to an end, but because I definitely recognize the fact that the status quo, the established parties, none of them have anything to offer that I want. I want to stand for something. I want to stand on principle. And Maxime Bernier, with his new party, the PPC, has finally given me that option. We finally have the opportunity to stand on principle for once in this country and vote for something rather than just to vote to get rid of the other guy. So for all of you out there that keep playing this, or you're splitting the vote game, listen, let me just say, I was never going to vote for the Conservatives. I was never going to vote for the Liberals, and I was definitely never going to vote for the End Dippers. So my vote, it was never up for grabs, ever. If Maxine didn't form the PPC, and if I didn't have that as an option in October, I wouldn't be voting, period. That's what it would be, folks. Come October, well, a lot of my Canadian counterparts would be running and headed off to the polls to pick their political authority or to pick their lesser of evils or voting to get rid of the other guy. While they're out doing that, I'd be sitting at home like I've done many times in the past because, yeah, I stand on principle. I stand for something. I don't go out and choose to support a lesser of evil or play that left-right political divide. To me, I care about liberty. I care about freedom. I care about personal responsibility. I care about holding each other to account properly. And none of the parties have ever shown me that their policy aligns with what I stand for. So once again, for those of you who keep saying, oh, you're splitting the vote, no, I am not splitting the vote. And neither are a lot of us out there because I actually talk to the people that are supporting the PPC. I'm a founding member. And a lot of them are people just like myself that don't normally vote and haven't voted historically. So no, the right would have never got their vote. And Trudeau would have never got their vote. Or the NDP would have never got these people vote or my vote. These are new votes. These are votes that would never even register or exist if it wasn't for the fact that we now have a genuine choice, a genuine option for those of us who stand for individual liberty. I'm going to say it one more time. We're not splitting the vote. Our vote was never up for grabs by any of the establishment parties. Ever. So please, enough with this constant spewing of that kind of political talking point or that kind of rhetoric saying that we're splitting the vote. Because actually all you're doing, for those of you that come out there and keep putting that stuff towards me, all you're doing is turning me even further against those who support the entrenched or established party. Because it tells me you lack morals and you lack principles and all you care about is getting rid of Trudeau. You stand for nothing, which means you'll probably fall for anything. Well, hey, if you're supporting Scheer, that's actually pretty good proof that you will fall for anything. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.